Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to make a video on how to take pictures for depop. My name is Honeyberry and I'm a verified seller. I started my shop over 5 months ago and have made over 580 sales. Pictures are very important if you want to sell your items because of the way they are presented on the app. Depop is very similar to Instagram in the way that pictures are laid out. Therefore, it is very important to take eye-catching pictures if you want your items to sell. For people to want to buy your items, they need to be able to see the pieces clearly. The first thing you are going to need is a camera with good resolution. I'm currently using my iPhone XS Max to take my pictures. A phone camera is enough to start taking quality photos for your shop. Depop pictures are formatted as squares. To avoid having to crop every single picture you take, you can simply take pictures on the square mode of your phone. You're also going to need something to hold your camera. I got a tripod that came with a Bluetooth remote, which are both perfect for taking depop pictures. The one that I'm currently using is linked down below. If you are just starting out, you don't have to invest in such equipment just yet. You can simply use your husband, which is what I did, or you can ask someone to help you take pictures. One more thing, for picture quality, it is best to use the back-facing camera of your phone, which has a better resolution than the front-facing one. Here's what my setup looks like. I have a mirror so I can see my screen and use the back-facing camera at the same time. If you want to sell your items, your shop is going to need an identity or a theme to help you stand out. A good way to get that is by using an interesting background. You can also choose a solid color background for your pictures. It's easy to find because you can simply use a wall in your house or a simple backdrop to start taking pictures. What I like to use as my background is my library. It helps give a schoolgirl vibe to my little shop. You can choose any background that you like, but do keep in mind that it does have to be easily accessible as well as give you some privacy. For instance, when I first started, I used to take my pictures at the park. The problem was that the lighting was very inconsistent outside, and it was a hassle to have to change clothes out in public. A very important aspect of taking good pictures is having a good source of light. It's going to improve the quality of your pictures and make the items pop out more. For that, you can take your pictures next to a big window in the morning where there is a good source of natural light. Don't skip this step because bad lighting can make even a good piece look bad. Once you get a couple of sales, you can then upgrade your setup and get 1 or 2 light boxes. With them, you'll be less reliant on natural light to take your depop pictures. Now that you have a good background and a good lighting source, you can start taking pictures. It's important to know that you can use up to 4 pictures on Depop, so use them wisely. There are 2 ways that you can take your pictures. You can either hang them and take pictures like that. It's a popular way to take pictures on the app, and it works. But I believe that styling your pieces is the best way to sell them. It helps people visualize how the item is going to fit and how it may look on them. I tried both techniques and I have been more successful styling them. The first picture that you're going to take is going to be the most important one because it's the one that's going to be displayed and seen the most. I like to do a centered front shot of the piece. I also like to style it with a skirt or a pair of jeans and one of my Coach purses. Then, I usually take a picture of the item and how it looks naturally so that people can visualize the length, fit, and features of the piece. After that, I usually take a side picture to show the backside and sleeves. Finally, for the 4th shot, I take a picture of the tag. Not everyone does that on Depop, but I believe it's important because it shows all the information that the buyers need, such as the brand name, the size, and the materials. Getting on the front page is a good way to gain exposure on your items. To get one of your items on the front page, you need to follow certain criteria as pictures are personally selected by Depop's editorial team. Depop made a guide on that subject. You can find it in the description down below. In summary, your pictures need to be taken by yourself, which means you can't be using stock photos. It also needs to have a good resolution and an accurate description. From my experience, Depop often promoted pictures that have a simple yet unique background, are modeled, and if you show your face, then even better. When I first started, I heard a lot of people recommending editing applications in order to change the background as well as improve coloration. It can be beneficial to implement that, however, I wouldn't recommend it to you guys because it can be very time consuming. If you have to edit 4 pictures for each listing that you post, it can easily take up a lot of your time. As long as you have a good source of light, you don't need to edit your pictures. Organize your clothes before taking pictures. It's going to make the process way faster. For example, I usually like to group button downs together. I pair it with my skirt and a bralette, and all I have to do is simply slide the button downs on and off so I can take pictures of them as fast as possible. I would also recommend taking a batch of tops together and bottoms together as well. That way, you can have your camera set at a specific position and won't have to constantly adjust it for each item that you would have to take. If you would like to see a more detailed video on how I take my pictures, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you for watching. Feel free to check out my website for trendy pieces. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye!